So you want to swap crypto straight from your wallet? No accounts, no withdrawals? Well, that's what a decentralized exchange does. And in a few minutes, you'll know when to use one versus a centralized exchange, how to stay safe, and the 6 best decentralized exchanges to know on Ethereum, Binance Chain, Solana, and XRP, and exactly when each decentralized exchange shines. So this is not financial advice. Always do your own research, but let's get started. So a centralized exchange is like a bank account. You trade inside their account, and they hold the keys. A decentralized exchange is like cash in your pocket. You trade from your own wallet, and you hold the keys. So remember, centralized, they hold. Decentralized, you hold. So the main rule is not your keys, not your coins. So typically, you want to use a decentralized exchange when you want control and speed. It's great when you want self-custody, no deposits or withdrawal delays. You can't find a token on big exchanges yet, so decentralized exchanges often list a newer token first. You already have coins on a chain and just need to switch them there. So for example, you have Solana and need USDC on Solana, you can swap on a Solana decentralized exchange. If you want quick moves into stablecoins like USDC, USDT, RLUSD to reduce volatility, decentralized exchange is the way to go. And you want low fees and fast finality, so Solana and Binance are just pennies to do exchanges. XRP confirms in seconds and is also very inexpensive. So a quick tip, keep a little bit of Ethereum, Binance, Solana, and XRP in your wallet for those network fees. But sometimes centralized exchanges can still make sense. They're very handy for bank on and off ramps. So if you have cash and want to be able to get crypto, a nice way to do that is through a centralized exchange. If you're trying to do cross-chain jumps or huge orders or advanced tools, centralized exchanges may be the winner. But when you're done, remember to withdraw to your wallet. You only truly own what you self-custody. So you buy on a centralized exchange, withdraw to your wallet, then you can swap on a DEX or decentralized exchange. So a decentralized exchange swap works in typically 4 steps. You open the decentralized exchange, connect your wallet, pick the coin you have, pick the coin you want, then click swap to approve, and then you pay a tiny network fee. So a good rule of thumb, start small, test the trade, and then you can scale up to buy more. So here's kind of my top 6 decentralized exchanges, what they do, pros, cons, and when to use. So Uniswap is the default swap market for the Ethereum tokens. Now think of it as a big marketplace where most ERC20 tokens show up first and have the deepest liquidity. So the pros, biggest token selection, lots of liquidity, works in many wallets and applications. Cons, Ethereum mainnet fees can be high. Anyone can also list a token, so you must verify. And the basic app doesn't focus much on advanced order types. So when to use it? When you're swapping almost any ERC20 token, especially newer ones or long tail tokens, or you're on an Ethereum layer 2 for cheaper fees. crvFinance is the specialist for stablecoins and other pegged assets. Think of it as dollar-to-dollar swaps like USDC to USDT designed to keep rates very close to 1-to-1. So the pros, usually the best rates available for stable to stable coins, very low price movement and fees, big battle-tested pools. Cons, mainly useful for stable coins and pegged assets. The interface feels a bit technical, so on the mainnet you still pay Ethereum gas, but again, that can be a little bit high sometimes. But you're typically going to use this when you're moving between stable coins or other pegged assets, especially in larger amounts where tiny slippage matters. Over on Binance Chain, PancakeSwap is the most well-known decentralized exchange. Fast, cheap swaps with a huge menu of Binance ecosystem tokens, plus a stablecoin mode for tighter prices. Now the pros, very low fees, quick confirmations, tons of tokens, and solid stablecoin pools. But the cons, token quality really varies, so stick to official listings. Many assets are bridged versions, and Binance Chain has more centralization trade-offs. But when you want to use PancakeSwap is when you're on Binance Chain and want cheap, everyday swaps, stablecoins included. Moving over to Solana, there's Jupiter. It isn't a single exchange, it's actually an aggregator. It checks many Solana decentralized exchanges for you and routes your trade to get the best price automatically. So the pros, typically the best execution on Solana, can split a trade across pools to reduce price impact, fees are tiny, and it plugs right into popular wallets. The cons, it depends on Solana's network health, and you give up some hands-on control over the exact venue, but Jupiter's one of the ones you want to use when you're swapping anything on Solana and just want the best available route without hunting around. Also on the Solana network is Orca. It's a clean, fast Solana automatic market maker with strong core pools, has great prices, and a super simple interface. Pros, very easy to use, near instant swaps, tight pricing on major pairs. Cons, it only uses Orca's own pools, so for niche tokens, Jupiter may find a better route for you. So you want to use it is if you want a straightforward Solana swap on common pairs, or you plan to provide liquidity on Solana yourself. And finally, we got XRP's DEX and automatic market maker on the XRP ledger. So it's built right into the XRP ecosystem. It has order books and a native AMM, so you can trade XRP and issue tokens like USD stablecoins directly on the ledger itself. Pros, fast with tiny fees, no extra smart contract layer for the core DEX, and auto bridging via XRP can improve conversions. The cons, the XRP ledger has unique concepts like trust lines and verified issuers, and liquidity can vary by pair, so spread matters. But when you want to use it, if you're on the XRP ledger, and you want swaps like XRP to a US stablecoin or simple cross-currency moves inside the XRPL. So to summarize, Ethereum and L2s use Uniswap for general swaps and Curve for stable to stablecoins. Binance, PancakeSwap. Solana, start with Jupiter for best prices. Then you can use Orca for a clean automatic market maker on common pairs. And XRP, you're going to use the XRP DEX and automatic market maker for that ledger. Safety first, kids. So follow these quick rules and you avoid most mistakes. First rule is always open the real site from a bookmark. Scams love copycat URLs. Also, on Ethereum and Binance and other EVM chains, make sure the contract address matches the project's official link. And on XRP, check the issuer address and add a trust line one time so your wallet can hold that token. Now, we didn't cover this in depth, but slippage. Typically, you want to keep slippage low, about 0.1 to 0.5% for big common pairs. Only bump it up if your swap keeps failing on a tiny or newer token, so keep that in mind. And always keep a little bit of Ethereum, Binance, Solana, or XRP in your wallet just to cover fees so you don't get stuck. So the bottom line is, if your coins already live on a chain, a decentralized exchange is usually the fastest, cheapest way to swap, and you stay in control. Use a centralized exchange mainly for bank on and off ramps or pro tools, then withdraw your funds directly to your own wallet. So keep it simple, start small, verify, then swap. And that's the way it is. I'm Crypto Cronkite. Hit thumbs up or subscribe to stay on top and be ready for that next drop.